We have an exclusive interview today with Australia's next big musical duo. They're brothers, they're mates, and together they create sensational music that is well beyond their years. Australia, brace yourself as I introduce you to HOO8HOO. So welcome Tim and Sam to the show. So you knew, I guess, at 5 and 7 that you wanted to be musicians. How did that all come about?
Dad bought me a guitar and I wanted to learn it instead of just strumming it willy-nilly. But then, yeah, and it's just gone from there, really. So.
And when I was about 5 or younger, I used to get paint sticks and like paintbrushes and stuff, and just tap on my bed or on books and stuff. And then when I got into prep grade 1 and nearly grade 2, I found 2 mates and they both wanted to learn how to drum, so we were a trio all the way up to grade 8, so this year. And then I stopped doing drum lessons and started playing cajon with Tim.
Tell us a bit about your journey.
So it started off just me. I was probably 11. We went overseas to Thailand, and I got up and sung in one bar, and one of the Thai people put a cup in front of me, and then a bunch of people started just throwing money in the cup, and that's where I kind of got a feel for busking. So when I got back to Australia, I was like, I really want to start busking. And then so I was quickly entered into a busking competition for Clownge Music Festival. So yeah, that was good. And then with the money I won for that competition, I bought Sam a cajon, which is the box instrument he plays. And then we started busking together.
Now you're talking about busking. You're in Sydney recently, busking down there, and Cody Simpson walks up to you out of the blue. Didn't know it was going to happen. Tell me about that experience.
How's it going? Yeah, sound good.
So originally we were just told that ANZ were going to fly us down to busk in Hyde Park to promote Cody Simpson's upcoming concerts, and we had to learn 2 of his songs like that whole week leading up to it, or a whole 2 weeks pretty much. Dad was forcing Cody Simpson songs onto us, and
going to bed listening to
yeah,
him.
we were constantly. I bought his album. I did everything. Constantly listened to him, learn his 2 of his songs, thinking that when we were going to go down to Sydney, we were going to play the songs, and whoever knew them, we were going to give tickets to.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we were told, and it was all for a promotional video as well for the concert. Turned out being a completely different story, and that he was actually coming to jam with us.
Yo, I know it's kind of out of the blue, but you mind if I like jam with you guys for a bit? Yeah. Can I do that? Cool. All right.
I was trying to, baby, to lift you up, feather in the wind. I'll never do that again.
He just came and was like, oh, can I jam with you? And he gave me that guitar behind you there, and he signed it as well.
I got new girls, new problems.
Yeah. So I know new guitar's always been like a big inspiration to me to practice and get better and everything, and kind of wanted to give this one to you guys.
It was kind of scary because I didn't want to stuff up his songs right in front of him. And he's like, oh no, you sing the first verse, man. I was like, oh, you sure? Yeah, he's there.
And you recently were spotted down at Caloundra busking outside of a restaurant when Carl Stefanovic and Dickie walked past, and then you were on the Today Show the next day. How exciting was that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We were down underneath the rum bar out the front of the coffee club, and we were just busking there. It wasn't the best until they rocked up. They were coming back from dinner at a bar, and yeah, they just stopped, bought heaps of our albums, stayed for about half an hour, and then Carl's like, oh, we got to get these guys onto the show. Wow. And so they told us to come down. And so when we went down there the next morning, we're waiting. There's all these people, like, we're like, oh, they're not going to see us, it's all right. But then we got to the front of the line and then they were just like, all right, we've got 2 people coming through, everyone move please. And Sam and I are kind of still like looking around. And then we jumped over the rope and we were standing there, and then they're like, oh, do you have the guitar? And because we didn't want to look like we were prepared for it or anything like that, just in case we didn't get to go on the show. And so we didn't take the guitars, they were just in the car. And then they're like, oh, do you have the guitar? And we're like, oh, no, it's in the car. And then so Dad sprints off. You just see Dad just charging it, and then Mum follows after him. And I didn't see it, but apparently they meet halfway, then run back, and then they got scared that they didn't have the capo or pick. So Dad runs back, gets the capo and pick, and while Mum's still running with the guitar. And yeah, finally got there. We had like 3 minutes or so until we were on, and we're still trying to figure out what we're doing. And he had one of the guitars, it was in the wrong tuning, so we're like quickly tuning it before we go on.
Nothing like pressure.
Yeah, and it all happened so quickly. It was, but it was so good. Like the shout out Richard gave us was so good. Like he told everyone our name and on national TV.
Yeah, we're like something like 300,000 people watch the breakfast show every morning.
Yeah,
that's
just
awesome.
Crazy. Yeah, it was, we're really thankful for what they did. It was really good.
So she took her love, 40 days along fields.
So where do you draw your inspiration? Who would be your favourite musician of all time?
Well, mine's Ed Sheeran.
Yep.
Mine's Ed Sheeran.
I'm a big fan of Ed Sheeran and Passenger. They're a big inspiration because they both were buskers, and they both made it through the hard way. Like there's photos of Ed Sheeran when he was our age busking, and then there's a photo of him standing out in front of Wembley packed out arena. Like it's so yeah, just artists that are really like
genuine.
Like that come from what we are doing now, pretty much, yeah.
And you released a self-titled album in December last year. What type of music's on that album?
Well, there's 7 of our originals, fast and slow, and then there's 3 of our covers that back then were the covers that we'd always do because we made them our own.
So where do you see HOO8HOO heading? Where would you like to go? Where would you like to take it?
Well, there's always been a dream of ours. It's funny, like we always used to go to the Crocoseum at HOO8HOO Zoo and look and go that it'd be a cool place for a gig. And we do it a lot at a lot of venues and just go, hey, that'd be a cool place. But Crocoseum was a big one, and we're now actually booked to play there next January, I think.
Awesome.
So that's really cool. But
off the bucket list.
Yeah.
But for the future, really, for festivals would be just increasing the font size on the lineup and moving our way up to the top of the lineups, that's one of the goals now.
What have been some of your challenges to get you here today?
In the holidays, we didn't really have holidays though.
We had 16 gigs in 14 days for holidays, and we had about 3 days off, and 2 of those days was the music festival, and then the other 2 days of the festival we still had a gig. But yeah, it's also trying to find time with school and music. It's a little bit difficult, but we're getting it done.
Awesome. And where can people find HOO8HOO? You've got a YouTube channel.
Yep.
You've got a Facebook page.
Yep.
Where can they hear your music?
Well, the album that we have is out on iTunes.
Yep.
YouTube would be the best to hear some of the new stuff that we're doing and some of our covers that some of the new covers we learn and stuff. And yeah, we both have our own Instagrams, and then we have a HOO8HOO Instagram, and so people can keep up to date with what I might be doing or what Sam might be doing, or what we'll both be doing.
I grew up in
Cloundra.
The first thing I do when I wake up is?
Have a shower.
Try to go back to sleep again.
If I could be better at anything, it would be?
Playing guitar.
Are you answering for yourself?
Yeah, no, I'm me. I sometimes try to play the guitar. I just can't.
I don't know.
No?
Yeah.
I'm at my happiest when?
When I'm
With
playing,
my brother.
when I'm playing in front of a crowd.
I wish I could.
Flight would be pretty fun. Probably just be able to play in front of
Millions of people.
Millions of people, yeah.
Yeah, that answer.
What hashtag best describes you?
Hashtag swag.
Okay, so we're about to show Australia one of your originals. What's the name of that title, and tell us a bit about that song?
It's a new one. It's called The Rotomon, and it's pretty much about the journey that we've been on, really.
The last 12 months.
The last 12 months, and how it's pretty much trying to, I'll use one of the song lines, walk our world of sound, pretty much, and we're just uncertain of what the future holds, really, and yeah, it's
That's what it's all
really
about.
good.
Well, let's go have a listen.
All right, sure thing, yeah.
Life's a mess, if that's the only exciting thing about me. And I confess that there are parts of me I didn't want to be. I try to move on, but there's always something lingering about. And all that I've done builds me up of false pieces. And in the morning I am happy or sad. I am good, I am bad. And all of that can change it. The flicker of a light. I am after, I am found. Close my eyes, look around. And as the sun
Where who at who and you're
we're
watching.
watching.
You're like where you're watching.
Let's try
Where who
What if I go, where who ate who? And you go,
you're watching.
and you're watching
That's gonna
All-Star
work better
TV.